This year's CES introduced a plethora of incredible and innovative technologies, and among them, the advancements in transparent displays stood out, drawing significant attention. Leading the next-gen display market, Samsung and LG Display from South Korea have captivated consumers. They showcase transparent displays using MicroLED and OLED technology. Today I want to talk about a fascinating display technology that can show images while being see-through. Transparent MicroLED and transparent OLED. Although it's not something we often encounter in our daily lives yet, it could soon become more common around us as future technology. Let's take a closer look from now on. MicroLED, a cutting-edge display technology, uses incredibly tiny LED bulbs arranged in a precise grid pattern to create stunning visuals. Usually it's easier to think of an LED as a small light bulb that emits light. Commonly referred to as liquid crystal displays, LCDs work by illuminating an entire room to show objects, whereas micro-LEDs give the impression of attaching tiny flashlights to each individual object, providing a more focused and precise light source. Generally speaking, LCDs have a large light source known as a backlight positioned behind the display, which illuminates the entire screen and then filters the light through red, green, and blue filters. In comparison, micro-LEDs are designed in such a way that each individual LED can emit light independently, allowing each pixel to produce red, green, and blue colors on its own. Since this technology is based on self-emission, there is no need for a backlight. Additionally, the LEDs used in micro-LED displays are made from inorganic materials, which allows them to emit light independently. Unlike OLEDs, where each pixel emits light from organic materials and can degrade over time causing burn-in, micro-LEDs do not face such issues. You can switch off the parts you don't want to display completely, enhancing the screen's contrast and making the colors more vibrant. For an in-depth look, check out our segment on LCD, OLED, and mini-LED technologies in display engineering. These micro-LEDs are capable of producing intense brightness even with minimal power usage, resulting in a bright screen. At the same time, due to the characteristics of inorganic materials, they resist heat and humidity. This results in a longer lifespan. Its independent operation offers more accurate and deeper color representation. However, because an enormous number of tiny LEDs have to be attached, the manufacturing process is much more complex and expensive compared to traditional LCD or OLED, which are well suited for mass production. So research on mass production is ongoing. What happens when the concept of transparency is added to this micro-LED? Aiming to achieve a display that you can see through, transparent micro-LED involves placing current micro-LED components onto clear glass or transparent plastic. When the display is turned on, you can see images while the background remains partially visible. Essentially, it uses substrates like glass or transparent plastic. Even the electrode parts use transparent materials such as ITO to ensure light passes through effectively. The LEDs are tiny and must be spaced out properly to keep the background visible. This careful arrangement lets them blend naturally with their surroundings. For instance, in store windows, it creates a unique display that blurs the line between a window and a screen. It can show essential information or images without blocking the view, making it ideal for cars. It is expected to be used for various promotional displays on glass building exteriors. Meanwhile, let's also summarize the OLED technology I briefly mentioned earlier. In other words, you could think of it as applying a light-emitting substance to a thin sheet of paper. When electricity flows through it, it immediately emits light, theoretically allowing for a display to be as thin as a single sheet of paper. The display is achieved by applying a thin coating of an organic light-emitting diode, OLED, and then passing an electric current through it to generate light. The most significant difference from standard LEDs is that it uses organic materials. Similar to micro-LEDs, it does not require a separate backlight, as the screen itself is self-emissive, which makes it thinner and also easier to bend. In today's market, OLED screens are widely adopted in most smartphones, and this is precisely why they are also the go-to choice for foldable and rollable devices. Since OLEDs don't need a backlight or thick filters, smartphones and TVs can be slim and light. They can light up only the necessary pixels, turning off the rest completely. This results in deep blacks and excellent contrast and color. Moreover, LCDs have a slight delay in liquid crystal response time. This causes slower transitions and some ghosting. On the other hand, OLEDs have fast response times with minimal ghosting. Still, the organic materials in OLEDs are a double-edged sword. When a static image stays too long, these materials degrade. This affects their longevity and performance, causing ghosting. The biggest drawback is the burn-in effect. These organic materials are sensitive to humidity and oxygen, so brightness may weaken over time. Their lifespan may also be limited. Unlike LCDs or inorganic micro-LEDs, achieving instant vivid brightness can be challenging due to the maintenance process of these organic materials. Transparent OLEDs are made by coating organic materials on a transparent glass substrate. The electrodes are also made transparent, making the screen see-through. When the screen is off, it looks like a glass window. Only the necessary parts display images, creating a special effect. While both transparent micro-LED and transparent OLED are self-emissive displays, they differ significantly in their materials and manufacturing processes. Transparent micro-LED utilizes finely arranged inorganic components, specifically gallium nitride LEDs, to generate light. On the other hand, transparent OLED employs organic materials. It has a structure where the emitting layer is thinly coated and a transparent electrode is added on top. So, transparent micro-LEDs are very bright and clear. They emit strong light from small LED elements. In contrast, transparent OLEDs use organic materials to emit light. Their peak brightness can be slightly lower than micro-LEDs. However, OLED technology is overcoming these drawbacks. The difference is gradually diminishing. Also, transparent micro-LED is inorganic, so it is more durable and lasts longer. Transparent OLEDs, which use organic materials, are particularly sensitive to oxygen and may face longevity issues over time. However, they are quite resilient against heat and moisture. To mitigate these concerns, protective film technology is being intensively studied. On the other hand, transparent micro-LEDs have extremely small components, numbering in the millions. Since millions of LEDs need precise placement on the substrate, the manufacturing process is very complex and challenging. In comparison, transparent OLEDs have a more established manufacturing process. However, making the display transparent requires fully transparent organic and electrode layers. Transparent micro-LED can easily increase transparency by adjusting the LED spacing. This is because the LEDs are incredibly small and can be engineered to light up only where necessary. In contrast, transparent OLEDs have a layered structure with multiple components, making it more challenging to achieve full transparency. Both technologies are currently quite expensive. Transparent micro-LED is very expensive. This is due to its complex manufacturing process. Transparent OLEDs are still expensive but have more large display examples. This makes transparent micro-LED photons relatively established in the market. In conclusion, transparent micro-LEDs excel in brightness and durability, but their complex manufacturing process leads to high cost and scaling issues. Transparent OLEDs are thin, light, and flexible. It can be designed, but organic materials have limitations. This affects durability and brightness. You might be wondering what would happen if we mix the two. It's not commercialized yet, but research is ongoing to combine their strengths. For example, experimental watches are being developed using micro-LED for some parts. Other parts use OLED. These transparent displays are gaining attention as commercial signage when used in store windows or exhibition spaces, capturing the eye while allowing the interior or products to be seen naturally. Moreover, as demonstrated by LG at CES 2025, they can be integrated into home appliances like transparent refrigerator doors, TVs, and monitors. Head-up displays on car windows become possible. This allows for imaginative applications. You could also put displays on building facades or large windows to show advertising media art. The main issue is that if the display is too transparent, the screen is hard to see. If you make it clear, transparency drops. Also, production costs and yields need improvement. Costs must be lowered to make it more accessible and the defect rate reduced to boost productivity. Moreover, with OLED transparent displays, it is crucial to block moisture and oxygen due to the organic material properties, so the technology to protect them needs to advance further. However, seeing the unimaginable technologies unveiled at CES each year, it is expected that soon we will have products with larger screens, higher transparency, and lower prices. This is why we can foresee glass-like displays becoming common in our daily lives. The fusion of reality and digital screens will happen seamlessly. In the end, both transparent micro-LED and transparent OLED aim to provide clear visuals while maintaining transparency. By leveraging the unique advantages of each technology and refining them, we can anticipate more innovative and creative uses in our everyday environments. As the desire to make everything transparent spreads even into the display industry, which once prioritized achieving perfect blacks, and with CES just concluded, we are already eagerly anticipating next year's event. We extend our encouragement and support to the many individuals worldwide who have poured their heart and soul into the relentless pursuit of technological advancement.